All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Misfit Corner Comics Presents. This is the artist Andrew speaking, and once again, we are doing the Hero Hour. Almost forgot what it was I was going to say. Oh, well, that happens. Yeah, I know. And, of course, I'm joined by my good buddy and fellow artist and fantastic human being, Avery Butterworth. Say hi, Avery.
No.
There you go, guys. That's why I love this guy. He's my yin to my yang. Let me just check the volumes real quick. Hold on a second. There you go, guys. All right, there we go. We're good. Hey, Avid, how's it going, man? We haven't seen you in a while. Glad to have you here. He says he's driving. All right, well, don't type while you drive. Just knowing you're out there makes us feel so much better. And we've got Joshua in the chat. He says, "Hail Raven," and I responded with the usual "Hail Terra." So
I lost you completely.
Can you guys hear me okay? Let me know.
It might be me. It might be my connection.
I know it might be. Well, I told Avery we got to take care of a little bit of house cleaning first, which includes discussion on Legos. And I promise I'm going to make this really, really quick. But it's kind of important to someone out there. Not really. He doesn't care, but I'm making it sound like it's important to him. But while I set up my table to do this, oh, crap! No, I forgot I left my light table. Forget it. I was going to take off the wedges, but you know what? I don't need to do that. Now I wasted time on that. So, all right. You guys may or may not know, but there's a new movie coming out called the Lego Movie 2. And in coordination with that, Lego put out a series of new blind packs. And they look like these. And there's 20 in the set. And, of course, Mike and I already completed our set because I'm just really good at feeling them and picking Legos and knowing what's in there. But I have a good friend named Jason who was also trying to complete his set. And he had heard through the interwebs that each box contains 60 packages. And there's 3 rows of 20. And there's 20 characters in a completed set. And what he had heard is that if you buy all the packs in one row, you get a complete set. No duplicates. All 20. You buy all 20, you get a complete set. Well, his brother went to Barnes & Noble's and did this. Opened up a brand new box, grabbed the first 20 in a row, and got his set completed, which that's fantastic. So, of course, Jason attempted to do the same thing. He went to a local Target and grabbed the first 20 packs in the row, bought them, and found out the hard way that his set his box had been tampered with and people had moved the packs around. So he did not get a complete set and he had several duplicates. And he ended up needing 5 characters in order to complete his set. So he let me know and I said, "Dude, don't worry about it. I'll take care of it for you. I'm so good at finding these things that you just let me know what you need and I'll get them for you." And he did. He let me know and I went out and I found all 5. And I asked him, I said, "Now, do you trust me? Do you trust me enough for me just to send you the unopened packages with the knowledge that I know what I'm doing?" And he said, "Nah, you can go ahead and open them." So I said, "Well, I'll open them on stream. That way I can make a video out of them." But he needed 5 characters. Actually, let me get a quick little checklist so I can show you which characters he needed. And I'm going to open these up real quick and make sure I'm as good as I say I am. Though I know I am. All right, so here's the checklist. And the ones that he needed were the giraffe guy, this guy here, the watermelon guy, which absolutely is like the easiest one in this entire set to find. He comes with a big, huge triangle-shaped watermelon. The rocker girl here with the tutu. Dorothy, and the Cowardly Lion from The Wizard of Oz. So that's the 5 he needed. And of course, I told him, I said, "Don't worry about it, man. I'll trade you 1 for 1. You send me your duplicates, 5 duplicates, and I'll send you the 5 you need." So let's see if I can back up my boasting of being able to do this. And I'm not even going to feel these. I'm just going to open them up, and we're going to see real quick how good I am at this. Well, looky there. It's the Cowardly Lion. All right, 1 out of 1. I'm not going to put these together or anything. I'm going to leave that for him, but I'm going to just send him a little care package with all 5 of them in there, and he can put them together. But for the time being, we're just going to put them in there. See, this isn't going to be painful. We're going to get over this really, really quick. Now let's open up the second one. And the second one is the rocker girl with the tutu. That's the easiest way to find her, by the way, in case anybody's out there looking for her. If you find each character comes with a base, which is a big square, and she comes with the let me see if I can grab it. The tutu, which is almost the same size as the base, but it's a large flat piece and makes it easy to identify. All right, 2 down, 3 to go. And looky here, we have Dorothy. Dorothy's easy to find because her hair piece is the only like malleable plastic piece, so it makes it easy, really easy to find her. All right, 2 more to go. We're almost done, guys. I promise. I promise. We're gonna make this quick. Watermelon guy, like I said, he's super easy to find because of this big watermelon head. That's done. And 1 more. If this is the giraffe guy, I'm 5 for 5, and I am as incredible as I think I am. Ta-da! Look at that, guys. All right. Well, just in case anybody out there collects Legos and you're trying to complete this set, and you're missing a few, and you have duplicates and you want to trade them for somebody you need, let me know, because I'm really good at finding these things, and I'm willing to trade 1 for 1. Ta-da! See, all done. I bet you that took less than 5 minutes. Avery, were you keeping track? Oh, I lost. Avery jumped. What a dick. Ah, well. Joshua says, I just felt around and tried to guess which parts are in the bags before I bought them when I used to buy Lego mystery bags. Oh, I actually started collecting with the Batman Lego movie series. Michael showed me one of the characters that was going to be in it, which was the pink tutu, the fairy Batman. And I said, oh, that is fantastic. We've got to get that complete set. So we bought dozens of bags in order to complete the set. But once I figured out how to find them, how to feel them and get them, I've collected every set since then, and we've gotten less and less duplicates. Matter of fact, with this set, this current set, we bought 21 packs. I opened 20 of them, got a complete set. The 1 pack that I know, matter of fact, it's right here. I didn't open it because I know what's in it. It's this is Abraham Lincoln with the axe, and I didn't open this one because that's what I know is in here. I still have the receipt from some of these other guys I got. I can go take it back and say, oh, I don't need this one. It's not open, so I don't see why they'd have a problem taking it back. But all right, cool. Let's get down to the nitty gritty of why we meet here today, and that is to work on a drawing. Now, I'm going to take Avery's advice and actually get a piece of illustration board to do the cover for Hero Book 1, the special edition that I'm doing that's going to be for the Indiegogo. We had gone by one of our local art stores, one of our better local art stores, and they had them. I don't remember the size. I got to go back and take a look, but they were like almost $10 for 1 piece, which if you're going to make a really great piece of art, you're okay with spending $10 for a piece of paper. My problem is, what's the chance I'm going to screw it up and have to redo it and have to go out and buy another $10 piece of paper? So needless to say, I'm a little nervous about that. But I think I can make it work. Hold on a second, guys. I'm trying to find where I put my sketchbook. All right, here we go. I also did make it over to the local comic shop today. Hey, he's back.
Okay, you're done.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
I told you it would be quick. It was really quick.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, all right.
I couldn't take it.
That's all right. I understand. That's why I wanted to get it over with really quick at the beginning. You know, that's why I was saying if you were running late, it would have been okay because I would have gotten it out of the way ahead of time. But I'm glad you came back. I really am. I missed you. I was
like, Jesus.
Well, I was talking about the illustration board. I went by our local Michael to see what they had, and they actually did have illustration board. They had Canson illustration board, but the only size they had was 16 by 20, which if I was going to do a pinup or a full page image for Hero, that's the perfect size to do it on, because I usually use 14 by 17. So 16 by 20 is good for that, but it's not good for doing what I want to do with the cover. So I'm going to have to go back to Ready Arts and get one of the big sheets. And then that's fine. That's fine. But I was thinking about the ones at Michael's. They're $4.99 for 8 by or 16 by 20. Where if you cut them into fourths, they're 8 by 10.
How heavy are they?
They're heavy. They're Canson. They're Canson illustration boards. So, I mean, they're really thick. But if you use like a 40% off coupon, you could get one for $3. And cutting it into fourths makes it less than $1 a piece at 8 by 10. So that may be the way I go, because I only have a very limited number of those 9 by 12s, you know. But with those from Michael's, I can get more, but they'd be 8 by 10, which 8 by 10 is still a decent size.
You can get more of the the Canson pack if you go on Amazon. I told you.
Well, how much are they though?
If they're, I don't know. Depends on if the sale, if the ones that were on sale are still there. They're $15.
There's only 10 sheets, so that makes them $1.50 a piece. That's not too bad either. Depending on the shipping and all. So.
Do you have Amazon Prime?
No. Jennifer called and got that canceled because we were paying for it and not using it. So there's a long story involved in there. I don't want to go into it, but maybe if I get bored, I'll go into it. But yeah, Jennifer got caught up in one of those. It's not a scam, but it's one of the things Amazon does. Like if you're gonna purchase like a large item. And the one she was looking at was almost $200, and it was part of her Christmas thing. It's something she wanted for Christmas, so I said, "Go ahead and do it. Go ahead and place the order." Well, it had a pop-up that said, you know, purchase Amazon Prime and you get $50 off. Which, yeah, that's great, but the Amazon Prime cost after several months exceeds the $50 you saved, and if you never use it, you're wasting the money. You know.
But with Amazon Prime, you also get all their movies and the TV shows and the Netflix-like service.
But the only problem was when she ordered the item and signed up for it, she didn't remember which email address she used because she didn't use mine and she didn't use hers. And when she called them to find out, you know, what account is this associated to? They couldn't tell her. They wouldn't tell her. They wouldn't tell her what email address was used. And I don't know why, which is really weird. But they were able to find the account because they could see where the charges were made. They refunded the 3 months worth of charges that they made and they canceled it. But they wouldn't give her the email address that she used to sign up for it because they just don't do that. So we paid for it for 3 months and never used it because we didn't know which email address she used. I know it sounds stupid, but that's what happened. So
I eventually will sign up for Amazon Prime, but I have to be doing enough artwork that I'm ordering supplies all the time.
Yeah.
And then I'll sign up for it and I'll get the streaming service and I'll get the free shipping because I'm constantly ordering something for my channel or more paper or more pens because most of the stuff I want, it's a better deal.
Yeah, yeah. Well, when Ayla worked for the tree company, her boss had an Amazon Prime account where she used it for business, but everybody else was allowed to use it as long as you paid for your own stuff. You used your own cards. And that wasn't a big deal. And when she was getting ready to cancel it, Ayla said, "Hey, can I pay for it for 1 month because I had some stuff I wanted to do?" And she put it on my card, and that was fine. But she let me know ahead of time. But you know, it's if you get it and you use it, and you share it with somebody, that's great. That's perfect. But we had it for 3 months and never used it. And it's like, this is a waste of money.
I wouldn't share it with anybody. I'd just use it.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you can share it. That's the whole point.
Not really.
If I had an Amazon Prime account, I would share it with you. Absolutely. And I told Jen, I said, I have no problem if you want to keep the account. And as long as we can use it, that's fine. But they would not release whatever email address she used to set it up.
And she can't remember what the email.
And she can't remember. We'd use different variations of the email addresses that she uses and I use, and none of them worked. And it's like, honey, what did she has no clue. But they were able to find the account. They identified the account because the only thing that was ordered on it was the item that she ordered. And they found all that information, but they would not release it to us. So, Joshua says, I just tried to find specific minifigs for a series, and most of the time I wanted a minifig part to use for a custom minifig. Very cool. Like I got the Goth Girl minifig and used it for a Raven custom. Oh, that's awesome. I actually have. Mike bought the Raven from the Teen Titans Go for, what was the name of that game? The Disney Infinity game, the Disney Lego game. Not the Disney Lego. Disney Infinity is a different game. The Lego Dimensions game. So we have Raven for that, and she's part of the little set that the display that I'm working on. I built that one display out of wood and Lego pieces, and it became just way too heavy, and I don't have enough room for all the figures we have. So I ended up going online, and of course on Amazon I found a display case that has 4 levels and then has a plastic thing that goes around it, and it was like $27. And I'm like, dude, that's awesome. Let's get it. Turns out it'll hold about 64 characters, and for the DC characters we have over 100 already. So I'm going to have to order another one, but it's one of those things where he has a nice collection of these figures, and I want him to be able to display them, and that's what we're working on, is a display. But needless to say, bottom line is I did not get the board that I need. Hopefully I'll be able to pick it up after work tomorrow. And actually I got to pick up Mike after work, so I got to check and see what time they're open till. So D says, don't all Lego characters look the same? Yes, most of them do, but I have the magic fingers where I can tell the difference in a blind pack.
It's the shapes of the different the shapes.
Usually it's the accessories. Exactly right. Usually it's the
it's accessories, or if they have a hat or a helmet. He feels around for it.
Joshua just called D a racist.
He's a Legoist.
He's a Legoist. Well, actually, this morning, Mike brought me 4 characters that he still had in his room, and he said, "Hey, you want to add these to the display?" It was Two-Face, the Riddler, Zod, and Cosmic Boy. And I looked at him and said, okay, I know where Cosmic Boy came from. It was part of a video where if you bought the movie, you got the Lego, the limited edition Lego. But I didn't recognize where the other 3 came from. And I asked him, I said, are those genuine Legos? Because I asked him where he got them from, and he said he got them at a convention. And I said, are they genuine Legos? And he kind of smiled because he doesn't care about that, where I do. I'm kind of a Lego purist when it comes to my collection, but if it's cool to him, he likes it, So he's bought knockoff Legos before, and I'm like, I wouldn't waste money on those. But sometimes, they're kind of cool.
Lego elitist.
Yes, I'm a Lego elitist. Actually, it was a set of the Fantastic Four that he got.
Stepped on a Lego.
Dude, I've stepped on a Lego before many times.
I know, it's awful.
It is. How do you know? When's the last time you stepped on a Lego?
I was probably a little kid.
Yeah, I bet you were a little kid. But he bought this Fantastic Four set, and each of the Fantastic Four were in their own separate box. I mean, these were really good knockoffs, but the accessories that came with them were dumb. Like the thing had a chicken leg, a chicken wing in it, and I'm like, what is that about? I have no idea. That's just the accessory it came with. I'm like, okay, whatever. But yeah, they were really silly accessories. But these were knockoff Chinese whatever versions. Actually, Mike and I went, and we have a. I'm not going to say they're a knockoff store, but they sell a lot of the.
You're talking about Legos again.
Well, this is the interesting part.
No, bye.
God. Do you guys want to hear this part of the story? It's an interesting part of the story. All right, well, I'm going to tell it anyway, because I'll make it really quick. That way nobody else has to jump out. But we have a store here called Brick Buddies, which sells Legos as well as those knockoff, bootleg Legos. Yes, exactly. And I went in, I was talking to one of the employees, and they were telling me that in China or Japan or wherever they make these things, Lego decided instead of trying to compete with these guys and try to sue them or whatever, they actually created their own separate brands. Like some of the bootleg Legos that you see are actually made in Lego factories. They started new companies in order to create them, in order to counter them. And so a lot of, and what they were saying is they get a lot of them directly from Lego distributors and Lego factories because they're made in Lego factories. They're just not Lego brand. I'm like, that's so insane. But yeah, Lego said, we can't beat them all. Might as well join them. And they did. So some of those knockoffs that you see are actually manufactured in Lego manufacturing buildings, whatever they called.
Are you done?
Yep, I'm done. I'm all done.
Oh,
the story's over.
God.
So how you doing, Avery? What'd you do today?
Work.
You worked today? Oh, well, I guess.
Oh, man, you did something to this, man. Oh, boy.
Did something to what?
Oh, boy. Dude, what about those crazy pieces of crap trying to swat Peter Cimetti, dude?
Oh, yeah, we need to talk about that.
That is messed up, dude. That's way more important and interesting than Legos.
That is true. That is true. I was telling Mike the story about what happened, and
it's freaking insane. Who swats anyone? I don't care who you are. Like, no matter how much I hate you, if I hate you, I'm not going to do something like that to you. I might just be like, F that guy, and just never speak to you again. That's pretty much the extent of it. To get anything more than that out of me, you've got to really cross a line.
Joshua asks,
that's how you get someone killed.
Yeah, it is. It is exactly because it's happened.
Yep. And that's the intent of swatting someone, is to get them killed.
Yeah. Cause them harm. Because from what he was saying, somebody had called the police, called 911, claiming to be him, said he had stabbed his girlfriend and he was suicidal. So the cops, when they're going to this home, all they're thinking is somebody's been hurt, could be dead, somebody has a weapon. They're not going to knock on your door and say, "Hello, is anybody home?"
No, they're gonna burst in.
I think they pounded on the door. I don't think they burst in.
Oh.
But yeah.
And when they come in those situations, they're gonna be trigger happy.
Well, he said they had their guns drawn. So
oh, yeah.
I mean that's.
Oh yeah.
That's.
I mean it easily could have happened. They just kicked in the gun, kicked in the door, and started shooting as soon as they saw somebody.
No. Yeah.
Freaking scumbags.
Well, the police need to go to jail for making. He said people need to go to jail for making false police reports. That's what D said. Yes. Absolutely, D. Absolutely. Yeah. I hope they find out who this person is.
Yeah. The thing is, though, it's too. If they did it from like a burner phone or something, it'll be very, very difficult.
Yeah, but the question is, are they smart enough to do that?
True. A lot of people like that are stupid.
Yeah. I hope they're able to identify who this idiot is.
And they go to jail. They need to go to jail.
But I forgot who it was. It was either Thor Odinson or somebody was showing some tweets from Donny Cates, who's a writer over for Marvel, where he was saying, Peter, he supports anti or right wing anti-LGBT Nazi people, and then he had the nerve to come in and say, "What happened to Peter? This is not what we should be doing. This is not good." And it's like, dude, you're the frickin' asshole that inspired it, by going around telling people that he's alt-right, and they're not going to take responsibility for it, but they are some of these creators that go out and attack people like Peter are the scum of the earth. You know? Just bad. Just bad.
So, who's that Donny Cates douchebag?
Yeah.
Dude, he's just... So, CG, you want to keep buying his comics? A lot of people in CG are buying his books.
Yeah, isn't he writing Guardians of the Galaxy now? I think that's what he's doing now.
I don't know.
Yeah, well... what's really sad is that they did a blank cover version of the new Guardians of the Galaxy, and the comic book store, the one at 5 Points, still has it on the shelf, and I'm like, nope, not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Sitting there looking right at me, I'm just not gonna do it.
No, I don't buy any of it anymore from any of them.
Yeah,
because they can't control themselves. We can argue, call each other names to a point. But stuff like that, way over the line. That's criminal.
Yeah, well, especially when they're out there encouraging it by calling people stuff that is absolutely, positively not true.
And designed to incite violence.
And designed to do so. I didn't tell my fans to go out there and attack them. I just told them they were pieces of crap and should probably be killed. You know, I didn't tell them to do it. Oh well. Yeah, from what I understand, it happened while he was on the live stream, and I know he's taken down the live stream. And was anybody out there watching it? Peter's one of those ones that I will watch the next day. He usually, when he's live, there's either something else going on or I'm asleep.
There's usually something else.
Yeah,
and I'll peek in.
Yeah. So anybody out there was watching it when it happened? I'm sure there was somebody.
Maybe not in our audience, but
well,
that's utterly psychotic. Like saying you think I'm a, if someone doesn't like me, saying you think I'm an a-hole, fair.
Yeah.
Totally fair. Like that's fair. Not liking me, not liking my art, thinking I'm a jerk, all legit.
Yep.
But something like calling people alt-right Nazis, something that's designed to stir up violence, not okay.
Yeah. Hey, Dream Mirror Brony, how's it going? Haven't seen you in a while. He says, evening. Up? I see we're talking about the alternative swatting. Yes, we are.
Yeah. That is completely and utterly psychotic. Somebody needs to go to jail. And I would say if someone swatted an SJW, that's not okay. You need to go to jail.
Absolutely.
Don't do it. And I hate SJWs. I think they're awful.
Yeah, well, you're just like the Marines who will stand up and defend, somebody protesting them from people, trying to hurt them or throw things at them and all. Well,
yeah.
We don't like you, but, we don't want people to kill you. Oh, well.
Can't fix crazy, dude.
I'm changing this a little bit. That was a little too
SJWs cannot mitigate their behavior. They can't moderate their behavior.
Well, what's so crazy is so many of them think they're doing good,
Yeah.
That they're doing, well, obviously they're not doing God's work because most of them don't believe in God anyway, but, they're doing good for the social justice. Yeah, I know.
They can't apply logic to anything. It's all raw motion with no thought put behind anything. They don't stop and just think.
Yeah.
And they can never fathom how it could be turned on them until, well, they decide to eat their own.
Yeah. Well, it's crazy how some of these comic pros are kind of like going, well, that's not what we don't want this kind of stuff to happen, even though you spent months on end calling the guy a Nazi supporter and a right-wing supporter and the most vile things you can think of to say about him.
It's like odds are I'd bet Peter Simeti's probably just an average Connecticut liberal.
Yeah, well,
isn't he from around there?
I do not know why people.
I don't know what his politics are, and I don't care.
Yeah, but I don't understand why people are attacking Peter. I've heard nothing but good things about him. It's just
it's because he doesn't denounce fans.
Well,
he doesn't denounce things. He retweets. You buy an Alterna comic and you tweet him. He'll be like, "Hey, thanks for buying my comic." You know what? Sometimes you don't even have to add him. You can just be like #Alterna, and he'll find what you did and be like, "Hey, thanks for buying our comic."
Yeah.
Like he's really out there, active, looking for who's buying Alterna comics and who's promoting it and who likes it. Like he genuinely cares about his product.
Yeah. And even if somebody you hate, you despise completely, if they go out there and they say, "Hey," and they tweet something nice about Alterna, and he thanks them, all of a sudden you're thanking the devil, and you need to be punished for it. That's
that's
how they react.
Yes, that's exactly it.
Yep. Dream Miro Brony says he's been job hunting, so and says doing good at any cost, psychotic behavior. That is true. Yeah. And then D says, yeah, swatting no matter who you are and your political affiliation is 100% wrong. Yes, that is true.
Yeah, it's totally nuts. It really is psychotic behavior, and it's because it's clearly meant to cause someone serious harm or death.
Yes, there's pretty much no two ways about that.
And it's for people to do it without getting their own hands dirty.
Well,
because if the police accidentally do it, it's a prank. It's like, if you get caught doing that, you're in trouble.
Yeah, so for all the guys out there that may have missed my last live stream, I wanted to show off the in-progress cover for Hero Book 1 that we're going to do. Ooh. Yeah, see, now you're going to have to see me for a minute. There we go. Much better. This is a double-page splash, which Avery has given me some suggestions to make it better. And one of the suggestions he said was, instead of doing it on a 2 pieces of the Bristol board that I use, to go out and buy one nice big piece of illustration board. So, but I need to ask you a question, Avery. You had mentioned when we were talking about it, transferring the image to the illustration board. How the heck do I do that? Because I can't put it on the light table because the light table is not going to go through the illustration board.
Listen.
Thanks, Dream Mirror Brony. Appreciate it.
Scan that. Put it together after you're done.
Okay.
Print it back out because I know your printer will print.
Mm-hmm.
11 by 17.
That printer doesn't print. I can scan 11 by 17.
So your Epson, like mine, won't print 11 by 17.
Dude, I have 2 sitting right here. One the 11 by 17 and one a regular size. One scans, one prints. I'm asking you, your 11 by 17 printer won't print. No, it won't print.
Mine will.
Okay.
So you give me the file after you scan that and put it together. I will print it out in 2 pieces, 11 by 17. I should have some thin, cheap 11 by 17 paper. If I don't, buy some. I'll use it.
Well, this is going to be larger than 2 11 by 17s because this is 17 by 14 to begin with. You'd have to do 3.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
3, figure it out.
Okay.
I'll print it on thin, cheap, crappy paper.
Okay.
Then go buy large pieces of carbon paper and transfer it.
Is that something I can find at Ready Arts, or do you know?
You should be able to find 11 by 17 carbon copy paper.
Okay.
Someplace. That's the reason. Also, one of the reasons I say not to do that too detailed.
Yeah, no. I got you.
Now that you have the gist of, or you could use the grid system and redraw it.
Yeah, I thought about that too.
But you could transfer it with carbon paper if you use the thin, cheap paper.
Mm-hmm.
Block it all out.
How does the carbon look on the illustration board, though?
Who cares?
Is that something that you can wipe away or erase away?
Probably.
Okay.
It's not. It's going to be find the blue carbon paper that does in blue.
Okay.
And so what?
Okay. I didn't know they made blue carbon paper, but okay.
Most of it is bluish.
Okay. Well, I've never done it that way before, so that's why I'm asking. Dream Mirror Brony says Peter won't denounce Comicsgate to SJWs. Anyone that doesn't join the Re Squad is the enemy by association. Sad because he is such a nice guy. That is true.
Yeah.
But I could see somebody trying to swat like Ethan or Richard, but Peter, I mean, that's like it's just like insane.
They are insane.
I as I said it, I realized what I was saying.
They are insane. You know what? You could probably take your illustration board and that layout to a printer, and they could print it in blue line.
Oh, we really don't have to go that far, I don't think.
But you could transfer it with carbon paper.
Yeah. All right. Well, heck, I could always redraw it. I'm good enough I could redraw it. I mean, it is my characters. I draw them all the time.
Yeah, you shouldn't get too detailed in that layout, man.
Well, I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything more to this because everything else that I need to do with this would be in the inking stage, and I'm just not going to waste time because this isn't going to be the final product anyway. So
yeah.
All right, but this here, boys, ladies, girls, guys that are out there, this is the proposed cover. Now, just imagine, you see here where Hero and Pudge are like coming out of the woods, and they're standing on these rocks, and there's this nice open space right here. Just imagine Avery doing like a dawning effect with the sun coming up from behind them and so forth. But then behind this rock, you have the bad guys deeper into the forest, and this is going to be all gray tones and gray wash and so forth, and dark and moody. And I'm planning on doing most of the inks. The characters will probably be inked my typical way, but then the background, the trees and so forth will be done with the help me out here. What's that pen that you dip it in the ink and yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about. You know, quill pen. That's it, guys. Guys, words. D says, Andrew, are you sure you can redraw that? Yes, I'm absolutely sure.
Yeah, you could lay some tracing paper on top of it and block it off real fast, and then use the tracing paper with carbon paper to transfer it.
Well,
that would work too.
Well, I could also flip it over, put it on the light table, redraw it on tracing paper, and then just rub it onto the illustration board, which would transfer the pencil onto the. So, I mean,
that would work too.
I got 20 different different ways I could do this. So, but I don't think I have any tracing paper around here. I gotta look. I know tracing paper is super cheap. I mean, that's not an issue, but
yeah, I used to have. It's been so long since I've had to transfer things from thumbnail to like illustration board and stuff like that. I used to have some really large tracing paper for doing stuff like that. Also, I would have, perspective grids on a piece of tracing paper underneath the Bristol on a light box, and I don't do that kind of stuff anymore. So I don't think I have I used to have some really large tracing paper. I don't think I do anymore.
Dream Mirror Brony says, bad guys, we prefer the term morally challenged. No. These guys are bad. They're evil. They are evil, and they acknowledge it. They recognize it, and they're proud of it. That's evil.
Yeah, like me.
Whatever. All right, what else do we want to talk about? Oh! I told you guys I went to the comic book store today. I picked up a couple comics. I mean, nothing outside of the normal for me, but
Dirty Duck Tenaple hitting like 197th foul.
By the way, I went in and ordered one of the pieces of art. He only had 2 of them left.
Oh, nice, dude!
So,
what a bargain!
Yep, I ordered the book originally, but I ordered the book back in September.
Yeah.
So I ordered the book, copy of the book, then I ordered the sketchbook, which I'll share with you, and then I ordered original piece of art. So I hit him up 3 times.
All a bargain.
All a bargain, and I'm thrilled.
It's like even if you have to triple pay shipping for whatever reason, like they don't combine that and refund some of your money, it's still all a good deal. Like $55.
Yeah.
Counting the shipping for the Doug Tenaple original layout page.
Yeah. I'm thrilled with that. So
it's like, that's a deal, dude.
So today at the store, I picked up the Magic Order issue 6, which is the end of the first storyline. And it has a fantastic, this is the alternate cover. This is the Carl Kerschel cover. Carl Kerschel is the same guy that does the art on Isola, which I absolutely love as well. And I picked up Oblivion Song. I tell you what, no matter how much we bash on Image and some of the Image creators, because there are some really pieces of crap out there that work at Image. Image is probably putting out some of the best comics right now. Far better than anything DC or Marvel's putting out, and these are 2 examples of what I'm talking about. Oblivion Song has been great since issue number 1. This is issue 12. I've picked up every issue when it came out. I've enjoyed the series. I'm hoping, I know, because it's a Robert Kirkman thing, it's going to be collected into a hardbound eventually. I'm going to rebuy it when they put it out in a hardbound, because that's how I want it. The Magic Order, which is Mark Millar, or Miller, whatever, however you say it, and Oliver Coipel, which I'm probably killing that name too.
Yeah, he hates us, by the way.
That's fine, but I love his art, and it's fantastic. And the story, they kind of rushed it really quick, because I know it was a 6-issue series, and they were trying to, set it up and get to the end really quick. A lot of interesting characters got introduced in the first few issues and then died right away. It's like, what the hell, But I'm interested to see how they end the 6th issue. So, but that's a fantastic Carl Kerschel cover. Isn't that gorgeous?
I don't know.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Well, Oblivion Song has always been great since issue 1. So, if anybody out there is collecting either of these 2 titles, I highly recommend them. And that's why I'm still buying them. Can you believe I just said Image is putting out the best comics in the industry right now?
Yeah, you're insane.
Yeah, I know. That's all right.
I disavow anything from Image or any of those main companies.
Okay, so I get home, and there's 2 packages sitting on my desk, and they've both been opened. And I'm like, and I went to my wife, and I said, honey, did you open up my packages? She said, yeah. And I said, how can I do an unboxing if you've already opened the packages? And you know what her response was? Open it up from the other end. But needless to say, neither of the packages I got today were like Comicsgate stuff, Indiegogo stuff, which is what I was hoping they were, but they weren't.
I know. It's like, there's 2 books I'm waiting on.
I'm very happy. This is an actual Wacom pen. Oh, I'm so happy. 3 grip standard, pen nibs, 3-stroke nibs, pen stand. Oh, perfect.
I'm waiting on...
It better work with my Intuos Pro. Perfect. It works with my thing. Oh, I'm so happy.
I'm waiting on Mike Miller's Lone Star and Jawbreakers now.
So I have this Wacom pen that died.
Uh-huh.
Oh, crap. You know what I just realized? Oh, no. It's the issue is on the inside of the pen, so I probably couldn't have just replaced it because the pen nib sticks. It's because it's been dropped so many times. Some damn cats keep kicking it off my thing. So, oh, hey, Kodiak, how's it going? He says, "Sorry, I missed the show. I had errands. I'm on ISO, and I won't make it back in time." That's no problem. That's no problem.
Right.
I send the invite to you each time, so if you're able to join, that's great. If you can't, it's okay. Avery keeps me popping, so he keeps me going. So, but I want to open this up. I had to order this from Amazon because the Wacom site didn't have any in stock. Which I don't know what that is, but
hey, Kodiak, when are you going to be on Elliot's show?
Let's see. Yeah, Dream Mirror Brony says waiting on Jawbreakers too. And Kodiak says I didn't get the Jawbreakers in time. That's all right. God dang it! Why is this so impossible to open? Oh. ISO. I don't know what that means. Kodiak. Ugh. I guess I can't return it.
What are you doing?
I couldn't open the freaking package. I had to go, you know, Hulk Hogan on it.
What is your problem, dude?
Attention deficit disorder.
Retardation.
All right, so what do we got here? God, packaging would not give up my pen.
You have to be smarter than paper and plastic, dude. It's a requirement.
And Kodiak says, I don't know. It says, oh, you must be an Android user. Yes, I am an Android user. Oh, is he talking about that? Never mind. I know what he's talking about. Didn't it say it came with extra? See, this is the actual thing that you put the pen in so that it doesn't, you know, it's not constantly being smashed on that end, and it keeps it safe. But I have cats, and these cats like to knock over all my shit. They're evil.
Yeah, they're cats.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Like, I'm shocked my cat did something obnoxious. Yeah, bro, it's a cat.
There. Oh, see, look. Dude, what's the chance that these will work on my old one? Man, I tell you what, if I put one of these things in my... Well, see, these have the springs built in. At least it looks like it. Yeah, it does. Man, wouldn't it suck if what I needed to replace was these instead of the whole pen? Screw it. I was going to buy a new pen anyway. By the way, these things are not cheap.
No, it's anything Wacom. No, it's not cheap.
Yeah. Thank God I was able to... D says, aren't all cats evil?
Yeah, no, dude.
Do you guys want to see something cute and adorable?
No. We really wish you wouldn't. I think I speak for everyone.
All right, hold on. See over there? That's a stack of clean clothes. And that's my son's cat, Poe, giving my wife's kitten, Regal, a bath. Is that not adorable?
No.
That's the most adorable thing you've seen all day, isn't it, guys?
No. It's time to stop.
There's a reason why she's an internet sensation, man.
Yeah, no.
Oh. Hey, Kodiak, what is ISO?
It's Mac's operating system.
Yeah. I have a Mac. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm with you now.
Usually, when people say I'm on ISO, it usually means they're on their phone.
Oh, so this is
yeah.
the cool kids terminology that I
was unloading. See, my brother-in-law, who I'm buying the computer for, well, he gave me like $1,200 worth of stuff because he's taking his desk down. He gave me his chair. It's just like I already got $1,000 chair from him for $30. It's like, nice. Oh, good, because he's the kind of guy that gets bored with stuff, and he makes so much money on eBay. He's just great with money. Just money finds him. So like he ends up being really giving. He's really giving even when he was poor. But yeah.
Well, I had a friend once who had a roommate, and the guy had this big, huge ass desk. It was absolutely huge. It was one of the desks you could buy like at Walmart, but it was one of the nice, real expensive ones. And he had to have two friends to help him carry it up the stairs. Well, when the guy moved out, he's like, I'm not dealing with that desk again. So he said, I'm just going to leave it with you. He said, fine. So my buddy called me and said, hey, do you want this desk? And I said, sure, no problem. And I came over with a screwdriver. And he said, what are you going to do with the screwdriver? So I'm going to take it apart. So what are you talking about? It's one of those ones where you just turn the screw and everything pops off. Yeah. He was like, it took two guys to move this thing up here, and the guy didn't want to move it because it was too difficult to get it back down the stairs, and I did it all by myself.
That's exactly what this desk was. He just gave me. I was like, I don't got rope to tie it to. He's like, do you want that? I'm gonna throw it away. I'm like, I don't got rope to tie it to the ceiling. He's like, it's just got a twist. You just turn it like counterclockwise, one half rotate. Yeah.
And as long as you take it apart carefully and not bend anything or break anything, you know, you can put it back together. That one desk lasted me years until we like moved like 3 times, and the third time it didn't make it.
Yeah.
So what you doing, man? What's going on? Other than the new desk and the new computer?
Just unloading the car of all that crap. I was wanting to, because I missed Monday's show. That was just me being a slacker.
You know what? You know what we were supposed to do Monday and we didn't do?
What was that?
Figure out what the theme for Friday's show is going to be. And Avery and I didn't realize it, or at least I didn't realize it till the show was already over.
How about make your own Bigfoot character? It's topical.
Well, no. You know what? We could do characters with big feet. You know? I mean,
that's such an Andrew answer.
It is. It is. Avery, what do you think?
I think it's retarded.
All right, let's do it. We're doing it. Everything that's retarded is usually a good idea.
I hopped on because he asked me. I'm pretty used to Elliot. I know his schedule is not like scheduled. It's random. So I know it'll happen. But I've also changed my sleeping schedule. So I'm not on the nighttime schedule anymore. Everybody's streaming, whatever. But I'm still waiting for an opportunity. Pretty much that was, Did you ever get in contact and whatever with him?
Oh, I messaged him, but he did. I haven't heard anything back.
Yeah. He's a bit of a workaholic, and he doesn't stream that much. But you'll get accustomed to it. He's one of those guys that are really good about messaging you back. But he's also in the same way.
By the time he sees the message, he'll forget what I'm talking about. Right. Like, hey, I'm Kodiak's friend from the chat. You know,
that was cool though, because I was gonna save this for the green room, but I don't see why. So like I typed that, I'm like, hey Elliot, this is my friend Avery, and I was like, and I hit send, and I'm like, oh shit, should I have done that? Oh, excuse me, oh poop, should I have done that? It's like, was that the right thing to do? You know, like I hope Avery's not like gonna be like, geez, Kodiak, shut up. You know? Then again,
it felt weird.
Yeah.
But then he was like, hey, I want to talk with you. I was like, oh, wait, what, really? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I was like, oh, Elliot made that unweird.
Yeah.
Right, so, but he probably recognizes because you got that he probably recognizes you from Instagram if you've been hanging around there or something. So
I do follow him on Instagram.
So that's what it was. It was somebody he recognized. I could tell that he recognized you. So that's cool. I mean, it's building all the right bridges, you know?
Yeah. I followed him on Instagram before he joined Comicsgate. So when he joined Comicsgate, I was like, yes, I don't have to unfollow him.
Right. Yeah.
I was happy. I was like, yay! He doesn't hate us.
Yeah. No, actually, happy. Yeah, he's an actual good voice for Comicsgate because he's a level-headed person, you know.
Yeah. You don't know how many times I mention a creator and Avery goes, "You do realize that person hates us, right?" I'm like, I've found it out. That like that one creator that was talking to me just because he found out, you know. That
I was involved in Comicsgate.
Yeah. That dude's a snake in the grass.
I could tell. I could tell. I've been thinking about posting all the conversation but I just
don't worry. If you ever do anything that gets attention and does well, he will.
Yeah.
So no need to worry.
Speaking of getting people's attention, I don't know if you guys aren't following my Twitter. I posted a post that somebody in one of these private group Facebook pages that I've been a part of for I don't know, over 10 years maybe, and I guess that was enough to get their attention because they kicked me out of the group. And
good job.
I'm
proud of you.
Wait, I was like,
well, I had posted one of the founding guys had posted something that said, "Hey, welcome to everybody. There's a lot of new faces around here. We talk about comics. We have a lot of good times and so forth. Except if you're a gator. If you're a gator, you won't be here very long." And I'm like, damn, that was just mean. And then the next, somebody posted something about the female Furies, and I haven't shared the actual chat that went along with that. It's so cringeworthy. It's worth making a video out of. I just haven't had time to do it yet. But after I posted those things on Twitter, they kicked me out of the group. So, but yeah, they're definitely anti-comic skaters, which by the way means they're pro swatting.
Yeah.
Pro swatting.
They're just 100% jerks.
So
freaking psycho.
Quickly, since I have this on my desk, I have to go close up the van. But what do you guys think of this page? Because I know when I asked my wife, she's like, "It looks like a comic book," and I'm like, "That's not what I'm looking for." Dang it!
All right, I'm focused.
No. It needs to look like a comic book. There's certain things about that. There's a lot of rules you can play fast and loose with, and you can break.
Mm-hmm.
But there's some that if you can't, because then it becomes an incoherent mess. And so you can do a lot of different stuff and still call something a comic book. But
all right,
because
quick question in the middle, is that two separate panels?
Yeah, it's just I haven't made the line darker. So right.
Okay.
Here.
Yeah, I would say more defined gutters.
Yeah, the gutters are going to be more defined. They're just.
Let me ask you a question. Have you ever read Mike Mignola's Hellboy?
No. I have some, but no, I haven't read it.
Okay.
I know the story though.
One of the things he does in his pages, which a lot of artists do it, but when I think about it, it's the very first thing that comes to mind. On a page layout, he will draw like several panels, which is is part of the story. It's whatever's happening. And then he'll add little boxes. And Howard Chaykin does this as well. There's a couple other artists that do it, where they will take something that's not important for the story, and they'll put it in a smaller box to where it's almost like it's a panel on top of the page.
Mm-hmm.
And Mike Mignola does it all the time. Like he'll have Hellboy walking through a forest, and then there'll be a small panel up in the corner of a bird chirping, and then a small panel of a snake crawling through the grass. Or these aren't important, but they're things that are happening while he's walking through.
World building.
Right. Well, there's two panels in here. Actually, there's two panels which are not important. Actually, there's three that are not important to your story. I can tell that could be pulled out like that. The middle panel on the top, which is the hand holding the beer, the beer pouring into the cup.
He's slamming it down.
He's slamming it. Okay, so then that's important. Well, you honestly can't tell that. So
yeah. Well, it's not. It's.
But that's the first thing I think of is when I first look at this page, those two panels don't seem important to what's happening, and the way they're set up, you focus on them in each of the sections. And I'm just saying you could separate those out, and maybe expand what's happening.
Well, what I'm trying to be careful of doing, especially since I have to draw my own book and I'm not a really great artist, is even the book that I'm kind of idolizing right now, the one you turned me on to, even it pops a lot of things out. And I really want to break this down to where it's a panel book. I don't want too many I don't want too much popping. I will take opportunities in fights. I'm kind of starting to lay out the rules for myself. Okay, so fights I can pop out or do a creative panel.
Where's the page before this?
It's on here. As far as it still has to be drawn out on paper.
Because as far as this page goes, the storytelling, not good.
Yeah, this goes back to that whole ABC thing. We don't know. You get a face, then you get a cup, and then you get another face. You don't know how those two.
I know his passcode to his iPad now.
Oh, good God! Way to dox yourself. I hope that's not your PIN number because.
No, it's not. What was it, Malin or somebody that did this? I mean, the dialogue is like. Here's the page before it, and you probably can't see it.
Yeah.
He walks up. Hold on, you can't even see it. Until I put the blacks on. And where's all the stuff?
Now, did you draw that first page digitally? Is that why it's on the...
No. This page or this page?
The one on the iPad.
The one on the iPad was drawn... it's going to take too long to turn. But if you can tell, my pencil page is under it. So it was a pencil page first.
Oh, okay.
But I'm going to even step it further. As soon as I get this all laid out once again like this, I'm still going to pencil it like I did here because this is the third time. Okay, So he walks up to the bar. The guy basically tells him what he asks for: a whiskey sour. The bartender says one beer and then you leave. And then there's more dialogue I can't remember. He pours the beer. He drinks the beer. He basically...
Who's that? Is that the bartender or is that the guy?
This is the bartender. He basically says something I can't remember. And he slams the beer empty mug down. Okay? He says, another. That's it. The bartender basically says, sigh. Well, it's your funeral anyways, blah, 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 because something else is set up. Okay? He says right there, he calls him on what's going on. He basically says, what? Is it weird that I'm not glamored? You know, that I'm not hypnotized? Because everybody in the bar seems to be under some kind of spell. Okay? All right? All he says here is, hey, Jim. Okay? And then here you see Jim looking over to him. He's like, can you shut the jukebox off for me, will you? Or something like that. Right? Here's him pulling out a picture from his jacket, pushing the picture over to him. All it says here is seen that. Have you seen this or seen this? ? So I get that a picture is supposed to tell everything before you put the words, but I'm a writer first and I know my story, so I'm running into an issue where this is it's like I know what's said. I know what the words are. I think it goes hand in hand.
This is very simple action. Two people having a conversation and drinking a beer.
Right.
But I can't follow it.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but the top three panels
don't matter. But you can't, like, it's so disjointed.
Yeah, that middle panel where he's slamming the beer down, that needs to be like a whole page, whole third of the page. Actually, you seeing him slam it down, not just his hand in the cup. You need to see that action, because those two panels, the one with the guy talking and the one with him talking, those aren't important. You know, you've made those two panels where they're saying very little of anything as important as the slamming down, the action. You know, it's almost yeah.
Yeah, and because the bartender says something to this guy playing pool, you need to reestablish where they are in relation to each other. Because at this point in the conversation, he's not included. He's not shown.
He's right here.
No. He's
playing pool.
All right, hold on a second. I'm gonna get out a piece of paper.
In the beginning part.
All right. Focus on me for half a second. All right. The part where
something to him, right?
Huh?
The bartender says something to the guy playing pool, right?
Right here. Yeah.
Yeah. But in these earlier panels in their conversation, you don't know where they are in relation to the dude playing pool. So when he says something to him, that shot needs to be pulled back a little bit to where you see that dude.
I mean, he walks past the pool table here.
Yeah, and what's the number on that page?
What do you mean?
Page 1, page 2, page 3.
I don't remember. It's the page right before this one.
Where would it be? But where would it be if you were flipping through a book? Is what I'm asking.
I don't know.
So you don't know what number page that is?
No, I don't. I can't remember.
See, that can help you too.
Yeah.
If it's page 1 and then this is on page 2, it works against you to go that far without reconnecting them. If it's page 2 and this page is page 3, you can get away with a little bit more.
That's what I'm saying is, I can actually probably count how many this is, because I've changed my page count. Instead of having a full page splash, I was able to tell the story in just a 1, 2, 3. So this looks like, hold on, where is it? This would be 1, 2, 3. This would be 4. You see it?
Mm-hmm.
And
this page that's pencils would be page 5.
No, this is 6.
Okay.
Oh no, 7 actually. Hold on. I can't show the next page. It's got nudity on it. Actually, you know what? Hold on, I've done something about that. A buttocks isn't a bad thing here. Oh, okay. So this is the next page that shows a lot of the people in the bar, right? Mm-hmm. Which this came out great, and it kind of tells the story about him noticing that the women are kind of glamored or hypnotized. Then this one with him entering in through the bar, walking right past the pool table, approaching the person, requesting the whiskey sour, 1 beer, then you leave, drinks it, says something I can't remember. I got to find my script somewhere. And another, he pours it. Sigh, it's your whatever, your funeral anyways, whatever. He says, "What's the matter?" Kind of surprising that I'm not glamored like the rest of your people or whatever I have. It's better than that. He just kind of dot, if you will. Random person turn that jukebox off is what it's supposed to be. You know, I just gave him a name. Mm-hmm. Jim turned that off. So the guy in the bar looks up. Yeah.
All right, here, let me show you what I did. I took the same story that you had there, and I actually expanded it to 2 pages, just a little bit. You don't have to do this, but I would do what this is. This is the first page. This is a close-up of the bartender where he's telling the guy, you know, get out of here or whatever. And then you have a whole large panel with him slamming the cup down. And then you have a close-up of him where he says, give me more or whatever, right? And then you see, because you establish the bartender, establish the guy, and then you establish where they are in relation to each other. And that one panel that you have there is perfect, where you have the back of your guy, looking at the bartender, and then you could, instead of having a close-up of beer going into the mug, actually see him actually pouring more, his hands up here, pouring the whatever the cranky thing is, and the beer's filling up the mug.
The tap.
Tap. Yeah, there you go. And then the next panel, it's from the reverse view where you see the bartender behind the bar, you see your guy standing there, and there's a guy playing pool. This is where he's telling him, go do the thing with with the jukebox. And then you have the close-up of your guy playing pool where he's saying, yeah, I'll do it. And then have him, then another panel where he's pulling out the picture, laying it on the table, and then you actually see him again. So it's you need to establish where this guy is, this random guy is, to these two guys, and I think this is a way you could do it. Does that make sense? Wait
for my answer.
Okay. No.
I hate you.
No.
I hate you. I hate you both. Right now, I hate you so bad.
We're always going to tell you the truth, man.
Yeah, you've got a lot of stuff going on one page, and
all right.
You can't. The way
how bad is the art then?
The art?
Yeah, because that's where I really lack is the art. So
we're getting better.
The guy playing pool, that's not bad. That would work in what I was talking about. The hand with the picture, that would work. The one where you see the guy in the middle, where the guy is looking at the bartender, you need to pull that out a little bit so you can actually see the bartender refilling the cup. And you got the gist, but you need to pull back on some of the panels so that you can see where people are.
I kind of feel like this is what Malin was talking about. Oh, wait, that was John's stream. I finally got to meet Malin on stream, by the way.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. But cool. He was saying something about not Reservoir Dogs, which is the one where they're like Mr. Pink, Mr.
Reservoir Dogs.
Okay. Yeah. He said there's one large shot where they're just like, all right, cut already. You know what I mean? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he said something like that. He was comparing it to comic books. He's like, everything else, we're so used to what he called MTV cutting, which is just like chop, 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 chop. Mm-hmm. And I think I was actually trying to do that. I was trying to fill one page with everything and get on with it.
To do that and keep your storytelling tight and flowing correctly is a master's trick. Like those 9-panel grids that flow well.
Yeah,
that's a master's trick.
Wow.
Only the best of the best can pull that off.
Yeah, we don't even try. No.
To have lots of small panels where a lot happens and you can follow it well. That's a master's trick. Yeah.
There's a reason why all the panels for Hero are 1/3 of the page, is because I want enough room to be able to tell the story. Mm-hmm. I don't use small. And I don't use small panels anywhere because it doesn't help me. But see, you have so much happening on that one page.
But I can play with what y'all are saying with this first issue. Because it's a definite one. It's definitely your pilot episode. You know how your pilot episode is just kind of this quick beginning, middle, and end, trying to get through the door.
Yeah.
Well, I've managed that with this story, this first off. But Scorpion's Tail gets really, really. It's got a whole thing to it, and if I'm going to tell this story, I'm going to need to perfect. I can't take 2 pages. I know I've heard people talk about, and I respect them when they say it, about finding things to fill out more page count. But I realize that the pacing that I want to get is more I really like that. So I wish I had it near me. Hand me that Scalp book right there. It's the first one. Nope. On the other side, where it cuts in half, right there. Other side. Yeah, that one. Hand it to me. Hurry. I'm a quarter way through my first book. This is the second one.
Right.
But, this is...
All right, I'm going to tell you something.
It really gets there fast.
I'm going to tell you something, and I don't want you to take offense.
No, I'm listening. No, I can't take offense. I won't get to where I'm going.
Your art's not at the point where you can compact so much story into one page just yet, because you lose too much stuff. But if you'll notice, in that scalped book, there are a lot of establishing panels. A lot of establishing panels, meaning there's a lot of pullback so you can see where the characters are. When you focus in on them in panel to panel to panel, you lose that. You know?
Yeah, look at all those establishing shots, man.
Yeah, you need to be able to step back in your panels and show more of where everybody is compared to everybody. I have a really hard time sometimes with Hero where I don't want to give myself. There'll be a conversation going on, and I got to remind myself to step away from the headshots so that people know where everybody is. You know.
Another thing I noticed is the art's great, but it's also you can't with that book, you can't tell if it was in the finishing. No, the art is really great, but then it looks loose as well. Does that make sense?
It does, yes. Well, that's the artist's style, though.
Yeah, that's their style. And to learn how to do that effectively, you have to learn how to draw tight first, then deconstruct.
All right.
Which is, I know sounds weird, but that's the truth.
Well, I hate to say it, but take that book, take a chapter, and just flip through the chapter. Don't read it. Just look at the drawings and see if you can tell what the story is from start to finish. And I guarantee you're going to have a good idea of what's happening and what's going on.
Killed my puppy right now.
You need to hear.
Yeah, but what I mean is it took me 2 days to get this down. Now I have to totally rethink everything. Like, okay.
That's the learning process. It sucks.
Okay. Smaller. Let's because when I asked this, we went back to story, but each panel, just the art, would it be passable for a book? Especially with the fact that I'm going to hire somebody better than I am to finish.
Not those top three. The top three completely take me out of the page.
Because of bad art?
Because I don't know what's going on.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Forget that.
The third drawing of your character is good. The one where the two guys are talking in the middle, that's good. Mm-hmm. The hand pushing the photo, that's pretty good. The one with the pool player, there's something off about it.
Yeah, when I, you know how Google Hangouts is inverted.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't notice what was off of about it until I was looking up at my Google Hangouts, and it looks silly. Something looks off. I was having trouble with this one. I was trying to get a down shot, and it still turned it on. It made them look deformed, almost short.
There's nothing wrong with using reference. Just add your own flavor to it.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with using it at all. I don't think.
No.
So.
I
like the lighting in the middle panel.
This one?
Yeah. I said that panel looks good.
Yeah. It kind of reminds me of it like a David Mazzucchelli panel.
I need to look that up.
David Mazzucchelli?
Yeah.
Daredevil Born Again.
Is that a more recent Daredevil?
No. Oh God, no.
like early 2000s is what I mean.
No. Born Again is what a lot of the TV show has been based on. And it is a fantastic story written by Frank Miller, art by David Mazzucchelli, the same team that also did Batman Year One.
Oh, wait a minute. You're talking about the whole one with basically where Bullseye's introduced and Elektra's introduced and she dies?
No.
Okay, that's the one. Okay. Do you know how to spell his last name?
Let me see if I can find my book.
It's one of those things where I will know him and I'll recognize him, but
I have a copy. I have a trade of it around here somewhere. Where is my Born Again? It's one of the books I actually want the issues.
You show the only person I know that doesn't use reference or lie about it is What? Not Un. Kim Jong. How do you say his name?
Oh, that's because that guy's a freak of nature, and he's drawn so much from.
No. He's got literal 100% memory recollection.
Yeah.
He's got photographic memory.
Yeah. He's a freak. He's a brilliant, wonderful freak.
Oh, I love him. And he's funny too, even though he needs a translator. But
I can't.
Here's the thing. Even though I made that statement, it's actually wrong. He is pulling up reference. He just pulls it up in the computer of his brain. Is the way he put it. So, yeah. But what I am loving, I'm really getting excited, and I'm able to draw him several times over. That's why I'm a little like this is a full day's work, but everything's freehand now. I'm not having to sit there and redraw and draw my other stuff until I'm
okay, let me screen share.
I'll switch over to you. Kodiak, I just sent that layout that I did to you on Twitter.
Oh yes,
so
thank you.
If you can use it, it's there.
Hey, Kodiak.
All right. You're
looking for this.
Huh. I haven't seen that cover.
You want this. I would buy it again if I found it in hardback.
Oh, that looks
so definitely.
I might have to get a floppy of it.
Yeah, you can get it in trade paperback.
I love you guys, but I hate you guys.
Yeah, we know. We understand.
Because it's just but the thing is that at the same time, yeah, it's something I totally didn't see. And when my wife came and said it looked like a comic book, I knew
it does.
I'm asking somebody that isn't a professional, and I can't. That's not fair to ask her. She's gonna
no. Listen, your wife is the exact thing you need. And I'll tell you exactly what I'm talking about. There was times when I first started drawing comics, I was doing that. I would take a completed page and I would go and I would show it to her and I'd tell her, tell me what's happening in this.
Yeah.
Can you clearly tell what is happening in this page? She is the perfect person to help you with that.
Yeah, I didn't ask her.
And if she looks at it and goes,
year one,
I have no idea what's happening with this. If she, as a layman when it comes to comics, and most of our wives are, if she can't tell what you're trying to tell with your images, it's not right. Nobody's going to understand it.
And that's what I'm trying to get back down to. I'm trying to really even be strict on myself because everybody wants to do a splash or a big, art thing. I'm going to get myself condensed down.
And if you ever show her one of your pages again and she says to you, well, it looks like a comic book, that was her way of patting you on the head and saying, oh, good little boy, you did a good job. You did a good drawing. You're not helping yourself if she can't tell you what's happening.
Yeah. And get this too, Kodiak. You can even get this in hardback with the animated movie adaptation together.
Oh, Batman Year One? Yes, that's awesome.
Oh, it's some... I have the Dark Knight Returns, so I love that one as well.
But here's a page. Here's a David Mazzucchelli page.
Oh, you cannot learn from Frank Miller. Dark Knight.
Oh, I see. This is written by Miller, but drawn. Yeah. See, the whole time I thought it was drawn by Miller.
Yeah, please don't try to copy Frank Miller's art because you'll. He's so super stylized. You'll especially if you look at any of his modern stuff, it's just I love the man. I think his art's amazing. I think his writing's amazing. His current stuff is crap.
But Avery's showing me something. It's establishing shot, dialogue, then another establishing shot, right?
Right. Yes. Right. But you get also in his art style, he went with a simple style. There's not a lot of detail. There's not a lot of cross-hatching. There's not a lot of shadows, at least in the part where it's just people having a conversation. When you get to the Batman stuff, there's a lot of shadows, but he kept it simple. And another thing, that one page that he's showing you right there, that bottom panel where you see a whole bunch of people standing around, how many of those are in silhouette? The ones that aren't important, the ones that aren't a focus of what the story is. But they're important in the fact that you need to know that there's somebody there with a camera watching him and so forth.
And
but you don't have to fill in every single freaking detail, you know?
I want to answer Dee's question real quick if I can.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
I'm still working on how I'm going to describe that, Dee, so that I don't give away the entire story arc. So just give me some time. I wouldn't even have shown it on air if it wasn't kind of important to me. And we started discovering some issues with it. And
you can tell them a little bit. I mean, you could say it's about a biker guy.
But it's not. It's about a I've heard other people do it, and I've heard them really just downplay their stories or overplay their stories. And I've heard a lot of the art of telling how your story is really something that comic skaters really need to pay attention to. So I'm going to keep a lid on it for now. Other than, there's bikes and bikers in it, but it's not that's
okay. Fair enough.
That's their car. Remember in the 80s, they had a car, they had the Dukes of Hazzard, but it wasn't about the car. Well, the motorcycles is that. It's like a prop. I don't know how to see. I'm going too much in it. Matter of fact, for further things, I'm going to have to probably do this in the green room with our 15 minutes closeout time. Did I drop out?
No, I'm still here. I'm just having a conversation with the wife. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Okay, and I just sat back down. I had to dip out for just a second. I had to go get something. What's up, Kodiak?
We'll talk about that in a bit.
All right, it's obvious that we're all three having different conversations. So
no, I had to just stand up. And go get something in another room.
Well, my wife was trying to ask me a question. I was trying to answer it, and
we'll answer the question, and I'll keep.
I'm working on it.
Guys, I can't hear you for a second.
Okay. Well, hi, it's just me.
Oh, wait. No, but there is somebody that can hear you, and you can hear me. I can't hear you.
It's the Avery Hour.
Go subscribe to Comics and Illustration Studio 7.62.
Subscribe to Kodiak, Kid Jaguar, whatever it is.
Subscribe to Kid Jaguar.
Okay.
Oh, all right. Excellent.
You're talking to Avery. Tell him you want to show him your book.
I want to show you my 2 comic strips I've been working on.
Fantastic.
Dude, we need to get him on Drawing Blood, the wrestling show.
Show him the next page.
Dude, why don't you just get your kid to draw your comic? He does it better than you do.
Exactly. I actually can hear him.
Magic boy.
They're very cool. All right.
Yeah, I got to get him a copy of Hero so he can draw me some Hero stuff, man.
He said he's gonna get you. We're gonna get you a copy of Hero so you can draw him Hero. Boy, I stuttered that out, didn't I?
That's all right. That's all right. We understood what you were saying.
Oh.
All right. Well, hold on, guys. We're gonna wrap up tonight. Everybody, D, Avid, Abe, everybody else that joined. I'm trying to remember who else was here. It shouldn't be that hard. Dream Mirabroni, Joshua, thanks you guys so much for joining. Join us again Friday when we do the next episode of Drawing in the Corner, Chapter 3, where the challenge will be characters with big feet.
In honor of Doug TeNaples.
In honor of Doug TeNaples, Bigfoot Bill's super fantastic success. Yeah, that was so amazing.
Fantastic, dude.
So
he went from 150 something to 197 in one day. That was just, it's almost like everybody was waiting for the last second, you know?
Yeah.
Now, I just want you all out there to know this. If y'all wait for the last second on Hero when we do Indiegogo, I'm going to strangle somebody.
Guys.
And it might just be Kodiak. Or it could be Avery.
I got mine. I got my Bigfoot Bill. I got it.
Did?
I got it in there on the last day because
okay.
I was waiting for taxes and I realized he was closing it that day and taxes still haven't come.
So I was about ready to say, there's no way you got it. He hasn't printed it yet. But
I
okay.
don't got it.
He doesn't even have all the files from Kelsey Shannon yet.
Yeah.
Did you hear him on Ethan's stream where Kelsey Shannon came into the chat. He's like, Kelsey, call me right now.
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot for joining the show. Leave me a thumbs up if you get an opportunity. I've only got one right now.
Or leave a thumbs down.
I put a thumbs up, so I liked it as well. So come on, everybody. Thumbs it up. Thumbs it up. Thumbs it up. And join us Friday, 7:30 Eastern Time. We look forward to sharing the stream with you. And if anybody out there would like to join the conversation, even if you just want to pick on me, which is perfectly fine, let me know. I'll send you all an invite. Later, everybody.
Cough, cough, meat.